Here we land. FC25 is finally here, boys, and I've got the trading method to make you millions. So if you want a team like mine, or even better, you're in the right place, because this method isn't going to make you coins today or tomorrow. It's going to make you coins forever. And all you've got to do to say thank you is drop a like down below, subscribe if you're new, and make sure to follow me on Twitch, because we're going to be streaming pretty damn regularly. Do you want the best team in FC25? Yeah, baby! Do you want to be playing with the best players in the game like this, and not be stuck with teams like this? Okay. Then you need to head over to skycoach.gg, select the amount of coins or the type of weekend league boost you need, and enter code PRORECOIL for 10% off of your order. Now, if you saw my video the other day, which was basically the ultimate trading guide for FC25, firstly, if you haven't seen it, go check it out. But secondly, if you have, you'll know we discussed a few methods. Now, one of them was lazy listing, and then the other one was, of course, sniping, those kind of things. And we're going to use both of those today. So firstly, we're going to look at chemistry styles. We're just going to check the price of shadows and hunters. And this part of the method today is going to be involving lazy listing. So we're going to have a look at shadows and hunters. Now, bear in mind, whatever the price is in this video right now, it will not be that price by the time you come round to doing this. Why? Because I'm recording this at 5:39, and at 6, it's going to be the most aggressive session of opening packs that you will see in the whole of FIFA. It's the first promo of the game. Now, because of this and the fact that the market is going to drop like hell in 20 minutes, what I'm going to be doing is showing you cards that I've already got. I'm going to list those and, of course, guiding you through this method. But I won't be picking up anything on a snipe right now because in 20 minutes, it's basically just going to be cheaper anyway. So first of all, for this method, we work out the price of shadows. So it seems like they're about 4k, pretty much dead on 4,000 coins. Now, if we scroll along, there's quite a few at that 4k mark. Now, realistically, I've got a lot of these in my club. So what we're going to be doing, and firstly, we're going to check Hunter as well, is you want to pick these cards up. Now, as part of this method, you can pick them up at base price. Now, the reason I'm going to use the ones in my club is because we're not going to be buying right now because, of course, the market's going to dip. So if it dips, and I've used the ones from my club, I can just wait for it to come back, or I can just sell at that lower price because they're still no cost to me because I've got them in my club. Now, if we go down to 2.8, it's a little bit too low. 3.4, okay, is not too many. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and sell our hunters at 3.8, and we're going to try and sell our shadows at 4.5. Now, obviously, we're not making a ton more than the value of these cards, but what it means is on a regular day, you know, when there isn't a massive promo coming in 20 minutes, you could pick a load of these consumables up. So, for example, I could pick up a hunter at the exact price they're going for. I don't have to go any less. I don't even have to snipe it. I can literally go bid on one for maybe 100 coins under if I want to. But I can literally pick those cards up. I can attempt to sell them maybe slightly more than what they're worth. And whatever I get from that is 100% extra profit. And all I've got to do is list this card a few times and it will sell. And it's really that simple. So it's literally just about waiting for someone lazy to go on the market, get to the last minute and buy your card. And if you put up a bulk of them at once, what's going to happen is someone's going to go on the market, they're going to see a few hunters for 4.2k at once, and they're just going to buy one because you've put up a few. So for example here, where I'm able to put up maybe 5, 6 or 7, I'm going to be able to make it look like actually on the market that's the value because there's a few of my cards in a row, so obviously it looks like there's a few of them, and if someone's too lazy to check, that is essentially their own fault. So you're kind of just preying on people being lazy, but you know, it is their choice to be lazy and it's your choice to prey on it. So we're going to make some coins off of that. We're going to save, do you know what, we'll save 3 because obviously I am going to need some hunters at some stage, obviously with a new promo coming, possibly even more than usual. So we'll pop them up at 4.3. For the shadows, we're going to go for a 4.5. Obviously, they were worth a little bit more than the hunters. So if we go 4.5 there, we're just going to try and get, I'm going to go for 3 because actually I probably need the ones that are in my club because I am obviously going to be buying a whole new team. If you saw my team a couple days ago, was much better. Unfortunately, we know the market's going to trash, so I had to just get rid of all of them, which is a shame because I was really enjoying using them. But, you know, we've got a couple FIFA points, which you'll see on the stream if you do participate today. And we are, of course, going to be taking full advantage and doing our best to try and make a good bit of coinage. Now, realistically, we're going to pop over to the transfer market. We're going to talk about the next method because this one is simple, easy starter, buying cards at cost, selling them a little bit more, preying on people who are just simply not basically going to bother and check on other cards. You can do this with any card. We're doing chem styles because it's a little bit easier. It's always going to be a little bit easier with chem styles because people want them there and now. Whereas with a player, there's so many of them, people are a little bit more like, okay, I can wait a minute. Do you know what I mean? People want a chem style to go put on their player, get into weekend league. So there's a little bit more demand for them. So people are a little bit lazier with that. Now, in terms of the other method, what we're going to be looking at, first of all, we're going to find Yamal. So we're going to have a look at his inform. He was in the thumbnail, so we might as well actually use him in the method. So we're going to look at special. So let's have a look how much Yamal's going for. I think it's around 80k. It might be a little bit more. He might have rebounded a little bit. Oh, he's gone down maybe a little bit. Let's have a look. So 75, there's none. 78, there's one. 79, 5. So we've got a few here at 79. Now what you will see is there's one here with a hunter. So one of those cards out of all of them have a hunter. Now if we go back onto here and we pop play styles as, oh no, we don't want that. We want chemistry styles. Can I do that? Is it gonna let me? Is it? Yeah, maybe. There you go. I didn't like the way it was grayed out. So as you can see here, if we depict that one at 79.5, all of the other hunters are at least, let's have a look. So 81,500. So we've got a few here at 81, some at 80, some at 79. We go along here, some at 81, some at 79. So that 79 that's just gone up. What you want to do is you want to snipe one at 78. So say 78 is a reasonable value. It's near what he's going for. There's a few up for 78. And you want to try and sell that hunter card. It seems like it's actually not showing us the ones with hunter on. No, so we want them to actually have hunter on them. So if you could just show me what I've actually searched, that would be great, EA. There you go. There you go. So all of these are about 80k as a minimum. It doesn't seem like there's any under 80k. 81's there as well. You want, and you can see actually the minutes on these 13, 15, 34. So of the first 4 cards, 5 cards, 6 cards, if you go first page, firstly, none of them are under 15 minutes, really. You've got this one card. The rest of them are a decent bit above. So you can see here, you get to 81,500 at about 36 minutes, and then it goes straight to 8,500. So that card near the end is going to be purchased way before 15 minutes because it's a steal. You're getting a hunter card, which is worth about 4k, with a card that's worth 79 for 1k over. So people forget that they have these chem styles on, or they want the card sold quickly. So what they do is they don't accurately price it. So where this card actually should be worth really 83 because it's got a hunter and it's a 79 card, people are selling it under. So if I was going to buy one of these, I would obviously go for the cheapest one possible. You're going to look at maybe the 80 or the 79 that we saw a moment ago that was pretty much bottom price for him. And you want to sell it obviously not for the price of a hunter plus a card, because people will just go and buy a cheaper card and get the hunter. But what you want to do is probably put it a K under what that's worth. So for example, he would go for 83, maybe 83,500. You try and pick him up for 78. And so you get a snipe on the hunter card and then you sell it for just above. You're looking at around a 5k on there of the addition. Obviously this card here, 80k, you're losing 4k roughly in EA tax. So you're making about a k and a half on that card. Now if you take the same concept to a player like Kanate, to a player like Ake, to someone who's much cheaper but not dirt cheap, you know, you've got Kanate who is reasonably priced, you know, you've got a 20k centre back. If we go and have a look at Shadow, obviously the desirable one for a centre back, let's just see if it clears. It hasn't cleared, brilliant. So we're going to go for a Shadow. Let's have a look here, Shadow, and we're going to go for, I assume, what, 20k? So nothing at 20k. And the first ones are 21,750, 22,750, 22. So you can see there, he goes up 2,000 coins in price for having a Shadow on him. So what we'd want to do is if we can find one, let's have a look, take that off. We'll go to, I assume you can probably get him for 19. Yeah, so 19,500 without a Shadow. So if we were to manage to find a Shadow at 19,500 or 20k, we can sell him on for 23 or 22, and you're making a good bit of profit. So it's basically just sitting here and waiting. If I pop on play styles, or not play styles, we don't want play styles. You just want to pop on Shadow, and you're essentially just sniping the card with a Shadow. So if we go here again, back to Shadow, we're looking for a Kanate. He's obviously a very good price for this method. Obviously Yamal, there isn't as much margin in it, but because this guy is nearer those lower prices, there is a bit more. So if we go for 20k, 2,500, just sit there, and you just want to sit, and you just want to wait. So if we go for 20, and you just want to wait, and you're just going to snipe as soon as it goes up. Now, sometimes you won't even have to snipe. Sometimes people will make the mistake and list the card, but there will be other people who know about this method. So you want to be the guy who's first to it, and you just want to pick that card up. And you're not really having a struggle with a snipe because we're picking him up at value. You know, it's not any more, or sorry, any less than what this card comes for, and we're just waiting on someone to be silly enough to list him for this price. And it's that simple. So these two methods, although they're kind of just preying on people making mistakes, which is all of what sniping basically is. We're hoping that someone's silly enough to go, oh, I don't remember what I put on my Canate. I'll just list him normally. So we'll go to the end here, 20k. There you go. So that's a prime example. Will I buy that usually? Every single day of the week. Will I buy it 11 minutes before the biggest promo of the year? Absolutely not. And that is another thing, guys. Do not trade just before a promo and buy cards that won't sell before the hour's up, because otherwise you're going to lose a lot of coins. Right now, I reckon Canate, specifically, 83 rated card, really meta player. He's going to get packed absolutely loads, which means he's going to go down absolutely loads, and I don't want to be involved in that. So make sure to drop a like down below, make sure to follow all these tips, and if you want more tips, there's a Discord, there's a Twitch, there's a TikTok, and of course you've got to subscribe. Thank you so much for the support recently, and I'll see you over on Twitch or the next video.